Hi guys. It's almost the new year, like 2025. I can't believe it. Just to recap, I absolutely enjoyed this year with you. There has been so many of you, so many of my clients that have had their spells manifested, that just noticed that everything is changing for them, and that they're getting the full spiritual experience, which is how it's supposed to be. Spell work is not the way it's portrayed in the media and everywhere, basically, almost. It's something completely different, and I'm extremely happy that so many people have, trusted me with what I am telling you and experienced wonderful things. It's been a great year, spell work wise, and I loved every moment with you guys. And of course, the next year is going to be even better because I feel that so many people are actually realizing how this whole thing works. And having said that, I wanted to kind of explain a bit better how it works and why it's so important for you to, as I say, get into the right vibration and what it truly means. So I'm going to explain it. I didn't want to explain it like this earlier because I just thought it would be maybe too much for somebody who is new and hears these expressions for the very first time. However, let's give more explanations to everything just so you can kind of see, oh, this makes sense, this is logical, or maybe you can see, okay, so this is how it works. Maybe, you will be inspired to actually follow the instructions. I don't know. But why do we need to be in the right vibration? What does it mean? So basically, as you know, I'm very my sorry, my magic is very much science based, and I am a huge fan of quantum physics, and I it's something that I research, it's something that I incorporate a lot in my magic. It's not the only thing that I work with when I do magic with you, but it's one of the things. And what is really important for you to understand is, some people will ask me, can you tell me how I can do a spell for myself? um and things like that. So no, I can't, sorry honey, because the spell is not about the recipe. It's not about ingredients. As you know, I do use ingredients, I do use candles, I do baptizes and things like that because I need to transfer energy. So it is a part of it, absolutely, and it's important. But the main thing that I do is something else. So the magic is something that you do, and that has nothing to do with the ingredients. But absolutely, what is very important if you're going to be working with clients is that you know how to pick up energy properly, that you actually feel other energies, and then you can work with them. This is again not easy, not something everybody can do and everybody should do. It's you know it has it does affect you, and you really need to be completely stable and really um, in a good vibration, basically, just to be able to work with others, but also to pick up energies and use them with your spell work. So the magic is in the caster, is what I'm trying to say. So for everyone asking for recipes and stuff, yeah, it's not gonna work like that. Okay. Having said that, let's talk about the instructions. Okay. So uh, the spell work is extremely important, absolutely, but instructions are also extremely important because one of the things that I am doing when I do a spell for you guys, and this will absolutely depend on what type, what kind. Everything is customized for your situation, as you know. But basically, whatever it is, if I'm influencing your targets, to change their mind, to be more loving, to fall in love, to whatever, what I'm doing is I am trying to, I'm not trying, I am shifting parallel realities. So I don't know how much you know about this or how much you are into quantum physics or anything about it. So I'm just going to try to keep it simple and not confuse anyone too much. But basically, have you had those books when you were kids, like Choose Your Adventure, they were called? And there is also one by Disney about the fairy tales and stuff. Well, I had those books when I was a kid. And basically, in the books, the book is already written, right? You have the full book, and you can choose with every single step you make. So, for example, you're reading a page, and then you have the right to choose whether you, I don't know, gonna go left or go right. And if you go left, you turn to page 15, and if you're gonna go right, you turn to page 35. And there's a different reality on page 15 and different on page 35, and it's influenced by the choice you made. So basically, every single choice we make brings us into another reality. And we switch realities all the time, right? With our actions, but also with our mindset. Because if you have a certain mindset, you can only get a certain reality. And we're going to talk about this a bit more. But basically, we are shifting realities all the time. All the time. And all the realities that we get to shift are already there, basically, just like the book. In the book, everything's already there, and then you just choose what you want to do. So you can choose whether you want to get back with your ex or you don't. And if you're going to stay in the mindset of a victim and somebody who just gets dumped all the time, who is never loved, who is never chosen, and who needs to chase people, then you're gonna choose page 15, which is gonna bring you to the reality where you are still in the same condition. And if you're gonna actually follow the instructions and change your mindset, that's going to bring you to page 35, where you're going to be a happier person that attracts better things. And this does not include getting your ex back by its own. So this is why you need a spell for that. But your spell is not going to be able to work or work fully. You can get some movement, but not what you truly want, unless you actually shift the reality where it's possible. So basically, what I'm trying to say is we are also doing that, but we do it all the time. So the magic is just kind of helping us to get what we want. But for that, we need to change our mindset. So, for example, in any case, you kind of decide who you're gonna be. If you're gonna feel insecure, if you're gonna decide I'm this insecure victim that never gets what they want. I need to chase, I need to spy, I need to, manipulate people. This is, as we know, this is the energy that's going to be repulsive, and you're just going to get results that are not in line with things that you want. So this is why it's very important to change your mindset. And by changing your mindset, again, I do not mean repeating to yourself something that you don't truly think. You have to think, how would a person like this, the person that I want to become, right? Somebody who is adored, loved, chosen. How would this person actually act? Would this person, if somebody doesn't text this person back, would this person that is always chosen, that's really in a good place, that really is queen king, if you want to use those expressions. I personally don't like them, but it's fine. I understand they're popular. Would that person actually be waiting by their phone? Would this queen that's always chosen be anxiously waiting whether this guy is gonna text back and wait for this text? And would her whole mood be ruined because she's not getting that text? Most likely no. She would be like, okay, this guy is not replying, whatever. and she would just go on with her life and do something that makes her happy, because she is a happy person and she's always chosen and she's loved and adored and she knows how much she is worth. So again, to prove your worth, you do not chase, you do not tell people, hey, come on, reply, I am worthy. No, you do not show your worth like that. You show your worth by letting it go. Okay, this person has not replied. I'm not gonna send anything. I'm not gonna double text. I don't need to do that. If this person doesn't see my worth, whatever, I know that I'm worthy. So, mindset, guys, mindset. And I'm only repeating this for those of you who still haven't managed to get there. It's very important to actually become that person, that new person. Of course, you're going to be yourself still, don't get me wrong. But that new person, the new way of thinking basically about yourself, the new way of feeling confident, the new way of just living your life, that's what needs to change. And until that truly changes, your spell just can't work the way you want it to. And that's just how it is. I've been casting spells. I have to repeat myself with that. I know I'm boring. I know it's annoying, but it's been almost 22 years that I've been casting spells for clients. It's a very long time. Believe me, it's a very long time. I'm in my 40s, as you know, and I'm just being honest. And again, I'm gonna repeat this as well. I'm gonna repeat some stuff just so it sinks in for everyone, because we're entering a new year. If you have a really hard situation, really hard, and I've just, I turn down clients that have hard situations if they are not aware that this is not going to be easy. It's going to take time, and it can take multiple spells. So yes, it's going to be a bit of an investment depending on how much you need, how much work you need. But if it's a hard situation, guys, and by hard situation, I mean if, for example, there is no contact, you are blocked, that's especially hard. Sometimes has passed. It will also depend how much time it has passed since this is the situation, right? If, it's been like a longer time that you broke up. If your ex or your crush or whoever the spell is for is in a relationship at the moment, there's a third person, that's also hard, that also takes time. So those are hard situations, and magic is magical, don't get me wrong, it's magical, it's beautiful, it works, but it works in a natural way, and it needs time for things that need time. So it can work fast if the situation is not that bad, absolutely, and we have proof for that, lots of it. It can work really quick. But if it's a hard situation, one of the things that I mentioned, or maybe something else, the thing is, it will need time, because this type of thing can't be arranged quickly. Magic doesn't work in a way that a demon comes, enters your ex, and then they're just delivered at your doorstep. Sorry, that's not how it works. It works in a natural way for your ex to actually decide by themselves to do all of those things, and that can take time depending on your situation, how stubborn your ex is. If they're with someone else, they will need to break up with that person. That can take time. And because we don't know if that's like a karmic contract they have, what they're having, sometimes it's just gonna need more time, sometimes it's gonna take less time, it will depend. And your vibration, absolutely. So these are the things that it will depend on. I'm being fully honest and transparent with everything, and I'm not taking everyone for a client for that reason. And you guys already know all of this, but I am repeating it just because I want to make it very clear how it all works. And absolutely, also the thing is, sometimes we can't get that specific ex back. Already that. This is not very common. As you can see, we have a lot of positive reviews. Also, these are just a little, these are not all of them. I have plenty more reviews that, either I can't screenshot because it just from the conversation you can't really conclude much or whatever it is. So I am trying to do it more often because I really want to motivate you to see how many people are actually doing it and how many people are actually getting their access back, just so you can see it's not rare. It's absolutely not rare. So it can work for almost everyone. Remember that, but you need to follow the instructions. And one very important thing is that I'm not saying this to, be like, oh, I'm so great. None of that. But you see, I have this channel and I don't make any money from this channel, as you guys know. And this channel has so many audios. And I'm a busy person, I have clients. I also have a job. I also try to work out. I also, try to have a social life, all of that. So this is why the number of the clients is always limited, because I want to dedicate myself fully to my clients, because that's the only way that, this can work properly, because it's not just about casting a spell and then never speaking with them. But what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't be trying to talk about these things so much on this channel absolutely for free and absolutely on my free time if I didn't want you guys to succeed, and if I didn't want for every single person to succeed. So do you know how many times I have skipped gym just so I can make an audio? Because I don't have a lot of free time, honestly, very, very little free time. And I have skipped things that are beneficial for me just so I can explain this stuff. And I'm not saying this, oh, look at me, I'm so good. No, I'm saying this just to show you how important it is for me, for you to kind of start doing the work, because the work works. Okay, it truly works. And that's all you need to do. Everything else is on me. Sorry, just drinking some water. And this is what you need to do. And how do I put it? Work on yourself, guys. Work on your shadow. Work on how you react to things. Think about why you react to things like that. And does this person you want to become, the person that has the X back, the person that has everything figured out and everything's great for this person, is that person so insecure that it needs to react from the wound, from the childhood wound, every time they get triggered? Does everything need to trigger this new person? Would this new person react from their childhood wound if it's a secure, stable person that has all the confidence, all the self-esteem, and just finds that they are worthy? So think about that always and kind of figure out these things. Also with the inner child stuff, everything always comes from that. It's not some silly thing that people are telling you on the internet. This is an actual fact. So be aware that you're no longer this child, because you're reacting as a child. Basically, you are reacting from your inner child. You're reacting as a kid that's angry because they didn't get what they want. That's the truth. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. When you react to something in a way that you are chasing, or you are having this angry moment when you're sending some kind of crazy silly texts and stuff like that, you're reacting as a kid. Yes, you went back to your childhood and you're reacting as a child that did not get the toy, that did not get what they wanted. And now you're angry and you are now trying to manipulate the situation so you can get the toy. Like when you were a kid and your mom wouldn't buy you something at the store and you started crying and screaming at the store just because you were trying to manipulate your mom to buy it. That's kind of what you're doing. It is what you're doing, That's what you want to achieve. And because in the past, your mom would be like, okay, I'm going to buy you the toy, just stop it. But your ex is not gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go back to you, just stop it. Nope, they're gonna think you're crazy, and you're gonna make it even worse. So remind yourself, I am not a kid anymore. I'm a grown up. I don't need to do this. I don't need to react like this. If I'm gonna, be a stable, secure person that knows their worth, I'm not gonna be reacting like this. And that's that. It's not that complicated. I know it can be really difficult though. I'm aware because I went through the same process like more than 20 years ago. And I know how difficult it can be, especially if you're young. It's probably easier if you're a bit older. But if you're young, and a lot of you guys are, it can be difficult. And it was difficult for me. I'm not trying to say, oh, it's easy. But honestly, it is easy. It's not that complicated. When you think about it, it's not that hard to achieve. And you can do it. Everybody can do it. I know it's hard when you're in victim mentality and you've been there for a while. It can be difficult, yes, but it can also be simple. So you kind of choose, you kind of turn the page, right, in your book. Oh, if this is gonna be easy, I'm gonna go to page 16. Or if I think this is gonna be really difficult, I'll go to I don't know, page 32, whatever. Doesn't matter. So remind yourself about these things, and let's make the next year also amazing. Let's get even more exes back. Let's make everybody's lives beautiful. That's my wish for the new year. So I love you guys. I hope this makes sense, and we'll talk again probably next year. Bye.